Food does not need to be good or bad, unhealthy or healthy, even though we know that there are certain things that are unhealthy for you. It's not just about looking at and villainizing foods or demonizing foods into being a bad guy. This is good and this is bad. But what you need to be focused on is, how do these foods make you feel? Focus on the feelings and the energy levels that you receive from consuming certain foods. This can apply to like anything, but just specifically with food, with nourishment, how do certain foods make you feel? Healthier foods make you feel better. It makes you feel energized. It makes you feel nourished. You don't feel as sleepy. You don't feel as cranky, versus if you eat like processed foods, you fall asleep, you're sluggish, you feel slow, mentally you feel slow. What are the feelings that I receive and what is the energy that I get from eating these foods? Is it nourishing or is it draining? And this is a very important concept I think a lot of people need to focus on in health and wellness. Sometimes even if you eat healthy, depending on your body, sometimes that healthy thing is actually not compatible with your body or with where you are in your health currently. So for example, a lot of people tell me to eat like raw fruits and vegetables, and that works for a lot of people. And it depends on what kind of body you have. But for example, for me right now, I have a lot of dampness within my body. And it's like a traditional Chinese medicine terminology where it's like dampness and you feel like heavy. And because of that, I'm not really able to do like raw things. Some people who have like IBS, for example, they can't do raw things because it's really hard for your body to digest. So it's better to actually have it cooked. So that's an example of why sometimes some healthy things also might not make you feel good, because it's not compatible with your body and your system or your body's health at that moment. That's why you need to see and have discernment and be aware of how foods are making you feel. I'm to the point where it's like, if I eat something and it's not right, I literally do not feel right the next day. Physically, my body can feel it. Mentally, my brain is foggy. I feel more irritable. There are just different things if you're eating things that are not compatible with your body. So I think this is a better way of looking at food, like whether or not you're compatible with certain foods. And it's not about like, oh, that food's bad, that food's good. Because also you can also derive a lot of like feel good emotions from bad foods, like alcohol. You can derive a lot of good feelings from that, even though you know it's toxic for yourself. And that's why you keep going back to it. You need to evaluate, how do foods make me feel? Are they compatible with my body? Does it make sense for me to be consuming this? It's not just about listening to somebody being like, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that. You have to look into yourself and be aware. And so that's why I recommend food journaling or wellness journaling, because you track your day-to-day progress and see, what do I actually need on my day-to-day? What's actually fueling me, both like food-wise, but also emotionally wise, through the days and the things that you're doing.